Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Curtis Johnson. I'm the Boulder County Sheriff. I want to give you a little update on where we're at with the Stone Canyon fire today. So overnight, the fire was mapped at about 1,320 acres. Not a huge amount of growth overnight, which is good for us. While the weather conditions were not really favorable, we did not get the strong winds that had been potentially predicted for our area. So there wasn't a lot of growth on the fire overnight. Fire crews overnight spent a lot of time and energy trying to secure the west and south sides of the fire because that area is closest to the town of Lyons, and we're doing everything we can to protect the community. Most of the active fire right now is on the northeast side of the fire, which is where we anticipated it. We believe that's where the wind is slowly pushing it today. There will be a considerable effort today to continue to work on this fire. We expect air resources to be returning today, dropping both slurry and water on hotspots on the fire, and we're really going to push hard today to try to knock this fire down. We are still working in coordination with our friends in Larimer County who are dealing with the Alexander Mountain fire. We're sharing resources, working together, and doing our best. We do not anticipate any more immediate evacuations in or around Lyons. We'll be messaging to the community where we're at as far as evacuations shortly. We do want the community to know and understand that we have a lot of resources here. Should things get hot and start burning again, we do have a lot of law enforcement resources staged here and also on standby that if we do need to do additional evacuations, we can ramp up quickly and get people out of harm's way. We do believe we have approximately 5 structures that have been impacted by the fire. We're still in the process of trying to figure out exactly what things look like in the most impacted areas of the fire. We did also today discover human remains in one of the residences. So I can confirm for you that we do have 1 fatality associated with this fire. I'm not going to provide any more details because that's an active investigation that our detectives, along with fire investigators, will be conducting throughout the day. With that, I'm happy to answer a couple questions if you have them, but I do have a busy day ahead. Got some work to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so are firefighting aircraft splitting time?
So we're sharing those resources with Larimer County. What happened yesterday is as soon as this fire started, I texted the sheriff in Larimer County to let him know that we had a fire. We had sent resources up there on Monday to help them. He returned the favor yesterday and told me, I'll get some of our aircraft diverted to your fire. And so we are sharing those resources. The air bosses and air management team are looking at where they can be most effective when. And so they are working between both fires.
What type of structures identified?
Well, we believe there are possibly 5 residences. We're having a little trouble because there are a number of outbuildings up there that may be barns or sheds that have been destroyed. So we'll be surveying that area more closely.
What area would the human remains found in? Did you say what farm?
I'm not going to be specific about that right now until we know more.
Okay. And do you expect any evacuations to be lifted today?
I think we're working on some plans to get people back home today. That'll take some time. There are a number of homes where the electricity and gas were shut off as a preventative measure, and so getting people back in with utilities will take some time.
And then are there any other people who are missing?
So I am not aware of any other missing person reports at this point.
Couple questions.
Sure.
I represent 5 or 6 neighbors, including county conservation easements for the recent Eagle Ridge Forest Restoration Project that did large-scale mitigation over the past year. Do you have any reports on whether or not that egress road to the north had been used successfully, or if the fire had been dampened at all from that mitigation effort?
I don't know at this point. Our efforts right now have really been focused on keeping people safe, getting people out of the area, and actively fighting fire. But that's a great, valid point that we will look at. And I'd appreciate talking with you later about what we can do to talk to the deputies who were actively working in that area and see what the impacts
Yeah,
were.
let's hope it worked.
Let's hope so. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to our PIO, Vinny Montez. He's got a little more details on some of the data and the work that was done yesterday and last night. Thanks, Vinny.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning. We want to just extend a couple appreciations, also just for the collaborative effort that's gone on this morning, not only with the Sheriff's Office, but the community, everybody helping each other out. We just want to reassure everybody that the Sheriff's Office and all the fire protection districts and all the assets that are being put towards this fire right now everybody's really doing a good job, and we just want to thank all the people that are putting the effort in there, and also the community for paying attention to all the information that we're putting out. It's a group effort to keep everybody safe. Just a little bit more information. This morning, as it went out on Reachwell right now and also through BOCO Info, they are lifting some evacuations. The last evacuation that went out last night on the west end of Lyons is being lifted. And I want to be clear about a couple things about that evacuation. There's also going to be lifting from basically Broadway, where we're standing right now, all the way north to the edge of the city limit. However, everything along the north edge of Lyons moving north is going to remain closed off to the public. So if people are trying to access the north end of this fire area through County Road 71 at Highway 36, that road closure will remain in place. The road closure up at 5th Avenue, where it turns into Steamboat Valley Road, that will remain in place. Moving all the way east through Stone Canyon, as that moves north all the way out to about 53rd, 55th Street and Ute Highway. Those closures will remain in effect to keep the area secure as firefighting efforts remain ongoing. Also, the sheriff indicated that we do have one fatality, and that information was also going to be broadcasted through our channels. We also want to establish a tip line, and that phone number is going to be 303-441-3674, 303-441-3674. And that phone number is just if anybody has any information about how the fire started. We're going to treat this as an overall investigation to figure out exactly what happened. But if anybody has information or tips about how the fire started, we want to gather that. We don't want to eliminate anything during the investigation. Also, some additional data in our evacuation orders that went out yesterday that were sent via Everbridge notification. We sent out 2,286 contacts. That went out to 2,286 contacts yesterday. And just to remind everybody, that doesn't necessarily mean that was a household. That could be multiple contacts within one household. So I just want to make sure that we're clear about that. And then today we are going to return with the aircraft coming back into the area, large tankers, and also the seats, and they're both going to be dropping retardant and water on the fire today. I think that about covers it. Is there any questions about the data or the information that I just put out?
Do you have a sense about how many people have evacuated?
You know, I can't really say, because I know some people, even though the evacuations were put out yesterday, not everybody chose to leave. And on that point, as people are returning into the areas that are given the all clear to return back from evacuation, the sheriff talked about the lighting and the power may not be on, as well as the gas. So crews will be working with that, and they have to have people present in order to reactivate those things in the households. So it's going to just take time and patience to get this all back to normal status. But again, hopefully that'll start making progress today. Any other questions?
We're in 1320 acres. What's the containment? Still zero right now?
We have not been given a containment at this point, so zero is the last time that we had it. When we get more specification as far as the containment from the incident command fire, we will put that information out. Wow, there is a plethora of agencies, and I really can't put a number on that. I know we have a lot of the local agencies that are definitely here, from Left Hand to Lyons Fire, Boulder Rural, and the list goes on and on. I can't give you an all-inclusive list right now, but at the end, as we move forward into this, we'll probably be able to get more data like that, and we'll try to put that information out through BOCO Info. Any other questions this morning? All right, we're going to close out. I'm going to turn it back over to Jamie.
All right, we want to continue to prioritize information and make sure folks are signed up for the various channels that they need to be, so that they continue to get warnings and alerts, or also just get information about how the fire is moving and what's going on. So a reminder that you can text BOCO Info, that's BOCOINFO, to 888-777. That's BOCO Info to 888-777. 777. That's going to be a great way to get all of the updates of the fire sent to your phone. That's going to include a link to our Boulder ODM site. That's also going to have information for sign up to alerts, as well as generic fire information. The website that you can go to directly is boulderodm.gov. That's BOULDERODM.gov. These are two of the best resources for folks in the Boulder community to be able to access information related to this fire. That's all we have for you guys today, so thank you.